What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this is another episode of the No Money Spent Squad. So there's actually a pretty good event, which is 2 times chance of opening the vault, which should be a pretty good event. The problem is that look at the vault rewards. There's no 10 token reward anymore. There's no like cards you can auction. There's a Zion card which isn't very good, a bunch of balls that no one really cares about, and 2,500 MT. Again. And I'm still 50 wins off getting Jamal Crawford, who is absolutely worthless right now. So what's the point of playing Triple Threat Online? I wish they released Board 2, where you could where you could just press right or something to go to Board 2, where there's going to basically restart, where instead of, say, 1 tokens, all of these are, I don't know, 3 tokens. So that they're worth a little bit more. The Triple Threat rewards can be the same. And then once it goes to MT, that's, say, 300 MT per game. And you can kind of work up on an easier board. And then, obviously, you've got, instead of starting off with a Sapphire to Ruby, you go maybe Ruby to Amethyst. Then at 50 wins, you get a Amethyst to Diamond, then Diamond to Pink Diamond Evo card, and then just kind of 1 tier up. That would be an insane thing, but you know what? Triple Threat online, offline, the fact is 1,000 wins is another one of those quote-unquote design changes by 2K that basically means that we're going to not be anything new. Basically, anything new that 2K brought into NBA 2K20 from 2K19, it's very unlikely that we get any that they keep going. It's more likely not that they've completely stopped. And I might explain another video if you guys want me to explain that. Basically, there was something about when 2K stock prices are after falling, and a couple of people are leaving the company, and it has bad reputation, obviously, because of a lot of things with WWE as well, not just NBA 2K. But we know that the amount of money people are spending on microtransactions is down. If you want me to make a video explaining the whole thing and what I think it means for NBA 2K20, and it's a big reason why the opals were released last week, I will make a video on it. If you guys don't want to hear it, if you guys don't want to see a video on it, just tell me not, or if you guys do, leave it in the comments. But anyway, so yesterday we did buy a couple of players. I just want to see what price these guys are going for now. So we bought Kenny Walker, we bought Shaq, and we bought Chauncey Billups. So Chauncey Billups right now, I just want to see what, okay, his bids are ending on like 4,000. That's kind of the price that I thought he was going to stabilize out at. I think I bought him for maybe like 7,000, 8,000. So just having a look at some of these. Like, there's so many. Like, look at how much I scored for 11 seconds. So again, no one's bid 5,400 one of these. There's no 6,800. So I paid a little bit over the odds from yesterday. Not too upset by that at all, to be honest. And Steve Nash. And if I can afford Steve Nash, I think I might go and buy him. I think I actually might buy Steve Nash. I know that it's going to completely eat into my MT, but I think I might buy him because he's fantastic. So Pink Diamond Steve Nash is going for... I just want to see so I don't overspend on him. Okay, so he's more than 21k. Let's see, 35. Okay, he's a lot less than 35k. Guy's probably somewhere around 27k, is he? Yeah, so he's less than 25k. So he's in and around the MT amount I have. So he's about 20. Okay, so he's about 22.5k. So he's pretty much my exact MT total right now. So let's see if there's any ones for a snipe that are up here. None. So I should be able to get him with a little bit of MT left over. Look, I might just go and sell Steve Nash eventually. So let's just go and max bid, let's say 19,600. Okay. So I don't want to bid 21,000. So I actually, man, I could have got him cheaper. I might actually try to earn a little bit of MT and then maybe buy him tomorrow. Just want to see what price these guys are going for, how much they've gone down in price. Just thinking about whether I should sell or not. Okay, 110. He hasn't gone down that much, as much as I thought he was going to go to. I thought these were going to be buyouts, but they've both gone down. It's probably about 20k each they've gone down. And I think that maybe by Monday they'll have stabilized a bit in price. So I actually have the weekend off. So I'm going to be able to completely spotlight Jeremy Lin challenges. So before we get on to anything, I'm going to throw in these cards just to test them out. So I have not used Kenny Anderson at all. So you're not Kenny Anderson, Kenny Walker. Sorry, I think I might have called him Kenny Anderson a few times. Kenny Walker. Shaq is basically the pink diamond, and then Billups, who I have gone over, but you guys might want to see his release and stuff. So these are 3 guys I'm gonna buy. I might buy Steve Nash, but if I like Billups, I might just keep Billups because there's not much of a difference. But Steve Nash is basically like a cheap Tony Parker. This card is basically the same as Pink Diamond, and actually compared the stats together, but 95.90 for Kenny Walker, 6 Hall of Fames, 8 golds, not a lot of badges, and the problem is he's got no range extender, but he's got clamps and a lot of other good badges. If you play a 2 guard, that'd be really nice as well, because he's 6'8", but he can't, unfortunately. Good mid-range, decent 3 ball, decent mid-range and 3, sorry. Got a great driving and standing dunk, both of 98. Good ball handling as well. He's got decent perimeter and interior defense. Good speed to ball acceleration, and good lateral quickness, so he's going to be decent enough. You got Billups, 98, 99. And actually, I'm just going to I'm going to compare these guys to more expensive players. So we're looking at John Stockton right here, who people don't really use him anymore, but if this was 6 weeks ago, he'd be one of the best point guys in the game. As you guys can see, John Stockton's gone way down in price. He was like 60, 70k. Let's compare him to Billups. So 98, 99 to 99, 97. Billups has got 10 more Hall of Fame badges. Hall of Fame range extender, difficult shots. A quick draw Hall of Fame, green machine. He's got Hall of Fame timer as well. Hall of Fame quick first step, clamps, Giant Slayer. These are unreal badges. And then he's even got more gold badges as well, and no steady shooter. So already looking better. He's 2 inches bigger than Stockton. Obviously better in the post, shooting wise almost the same. Billups can dunk, whereas Stockton can't, although Billups will not dunk often with his only 30 tendency. Ball handling, passing, very similar. Steal rating, again, 94, 99. Is there going to be much of a difference? Definitely not. Billups, 1 better perimeter defense, but that's irrelevant. Interior defense, a little better, but again, they're both small, it's irrelevant. Speed is the exact same. Lateral quickness is the exact same. And honestly, you're going to get a just bigger and way better badges John Stockton for the 6 or 7 KMT you're spending on Billups. And the Shaq one is one of the most ridiculous ones ever. So I just want to see what price Shaquille O'Neal Pink Diamond is. Because if this card has anything more than 30k, it is the worst value card in the game. Straight up. So, let's see. Color Pink Diamond. Okay, so he's more than 50 KMT. More than 50 KMT. More than 67 KMT. Okay, we have to take into account that this Shaq doesn't lock in for anything either. So, like if, say for example, if this Shaq locked in for something, then you'd think maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. So he's 100 KMT. I know he was like 80k yesterday, but he's gone back up to 100k. So, but if you look at Shaq Amethyst, Shaquille O'Neal, and color Amethyst, you're seeing him end at a bunch of ones ending at 4,000. I actually picked my one up in one of my other videos. You can see it for 1,700 MT. 3,000, so he's still around that price. So I don't know why people are price fixing him at a ridiculous price. Okay, so he's around 2,000 MT. Thereabouts. So 2,000 MT versus 100,000 MT. And if you look at Shaquille O'Neal Pink Diamond and compare the two of them, as you guys can see, they have the exact same badges, although Shaq does have 10 more Hall of Fame. He has the exact same 10 gold, which isn't the biggest deal in the world. But if you look at the most important badges Shaq has, like Intimidator, Moving Truck, Back Down Punisher, Pick and Roller, Brick Wall, he has them all Hall of Fame on his Amethyst. And then, like, you look at his stats, and obviously they're the same player, same weight and stuff. Post fadeaway is bad either way, but post hook is basically the same. Post move is basically the same. Draw fell a little bit different, which is good for the Pink Diamond. Mid range, they're both bad anyway. But to be fair, the Pink Diamond Shaq can shoot better. Neither of them can shoot threes anyway. Dunking a little bit better, but they're both still good. Passing and ball handling the exact same. Defense, perimeter defense is up a little bit, which that exact stat doesn't make too much of a difference. It's more based on lateral quickness than anything. Interior defense, they're both really good anyway. Steal, not that relevant. Block, basically the same. Rebounding, basically the same. Speed, he is definitely faster, but not enough faster that he's worth an extra 98k. And lateral quickness +9 is a big one. But again, he is not worth an extra 98k. He is worth maybe 25k more than the other one. Like he's a slight upgrade. Like not a significant upgrade, a slight upgrade. So you're looking at a card that's 2 KMT that's basically the same as a card that's 100 KMT. Kenny Walker is pretty good stats wise, and then Billups is just a way better John Stockton. So I'm gonna go over the hot zones and release these 3 guys, and probably with my play style, actually I'm gonna put in, I'll give Shaq a run out as well, I'd say. I'm gonna run with this team right here. I don't see really where Kenny Walker fits into the team, to be honest. But we should be okay. We should be grand. So I'm going to go over the hot zones for Billups, Shaq, and Kenny Walker. And then we're going to get onto the game using 2 of the 3. This is nice. To be fair, one of the weird things is that he's got no hot zone here, but he goes back out and he has a hot zone. And same with the other corner, but to be fair, he gets it anywhere in the mid-range, is going to be hot. Not many hot zones kind of at the top of the three-point line, which is a little bit annoying, because that's probably where you're going to be shooting the most from, but he is going to be a good corner shooter. The release is definitely not the quickest release in the world. I know he has quick draw, but it's definitely on the slow side, but still going to be pretty good. Dunking, obviously really good. And again, this guy's literally discard value. I'm telling you this right now, that you can pick him up on bids for less than discard value. Like, you could genuinely pick up a bunch of him for 750 MT, and he discards for 800. I'm telling you that. Like, that's not a... it's not a great way of making MT, because if literally, unless you're this literal only person in the world that has that tactic, you're not going to make MT. But you can occasionally pick him up for discard value. But yeah, so a little full white glitches there, which is annoying. But either way, for the price he's going for, he's got everything but range extender. And if you're on an extreme budget, he's good. Like, if you have any sort of a half decent budget in this game, I wouldn't say he's up to much. But if you are on an extreme budget, you cannot go wrong with Kenny Walker right here. So anyway, now it's just green 1-3. And that's a long 2 and wasn't even green. And come on. Come on, full white glitch right there, really. Now let's get on to Shaq. So Shaq, obviously, just hot zones around the basket. It's Shaq. His mid-range shot of 50 isn't going to be great, but like, he will hit them from around this range here. I don't know if that's a mid or a close shot, but he'll hit them occasionally from that range. And if he does kind of get stuck into a mid-range shot instead of a layup, he may occasionally hit it. 3-ball. Unlike the other Shaq who might occasionally hit a 3-ball, this Shaq is not going to hit one at all. Like 35 rating, the other Shaq had a 50 rating, which means he could occasionally hit them. But we all know what Shaq's going to do. Shaq's just going to be able to run the floor. He's fast. He's just going to be able to hop step in, dunk on people. And he's still got everything that's cheesy about Shaq, this card has. Like, still going to be an elite defender. Still got clamps. Still got all the badges. Still going to be an insane center. Obviously, he doesn't shoot the ball that well. Doesn't really fit my playstyle. But he's not bad to have as the third center. Someone just kind of at the end of the bench, in case I need someone like Shaq to just go and just physically bully people, he could be very, very good for that specific purpose. Unless he's blocked by the bottom of the backboard, that is. But anyway, now it's just green 1 mid-range shot. And come on. Now on to Billups. So Chauncey Billups has got hot zones everywhere bar one spot. And he's actually had, in previous years, he had quite a bad release. I'm pretty sure this is just Hito Turkoglu's release with Hall of Fame Quick Draw. Like, if you guys watched my gameplay earlier today using the, what's his name? I can't even remember the player's name. Miles Bridges. Gameplay, Chauncey Billups in 4 minutes scored 13 points and missed 1 shot. So like, you give him an inch of space, he's going to punish you. Like, this card is like a slight down, like not even a major downgrade, a slight downgrade on someone like a Tony Parker. Like, he is so good, so good. And the fact that he's like, you can probably pick him up for like 4 or 5 KMT is crazy. Dunking wise, like, if you're wide open on a fast break and he has full stamina, he'll dunk it. Other than that, probably not. Probably not going to dunk too often in game. But again, it's better that he can dunk on the break than can't. But it's not as big a deal this year as previous years, because to be fair, the little guys have some better layup animations, which is why guys like John Stockton and Kyle Lowry are usable. But this guy basically renders the likes of John Stockton and Kyle Lowry almost worthless. Like, as good as those cards are, like, Kyle Lowry's still fantastic. John Stockton's still fantastic. Jason Terry's still fantastic. But you've got a card here that's probably better than them all for way cheaper. So they're just... not that they're bad. There's a difference between being worthless and bad. Not having any use at all because there's a way better card for way cheaper. That is what Chauncey Billups pretty much done. So anyway, now screen 1-3 and now onto the questions. Okay, so first question. Again, these are just going to be quick ones because I've realized I am a fair bit into the video. What is the national language of Ireland? Well, we speak English here. I think technically our national language is probably Irish, but not many people speak it. Like, Níl mé lífas gaeilge ach tá mo gaeilge beag nach gá. Ní raibh méid cainteas gaeilge ar feadh cúga bliain, nuair bhí mé sa manscoil. And I've just, again, butchered that. I just basically I'm not fluent in Irish. My Irish is okay, but I think there's like 2-3% of the country that are fluent. And like, even doing it through the entirety of school, getting an A in my final exams. I still barely speak a word of Irish right now. If I was to talk to someone that's fluent in Irish, I would not have a clue what they're saying. Why do I have a job? Am I not making money from YouTube? Yeah, YouTube is pretty much my full-time job. Even the reason why I have to have a job on the side is it is work placement as part of my degree. And when YouTube eventually does, like, it's not like I hope that it does soon. If I can get 5 more years out of this, I'll be delighted. If I can get as many years as possible out of this, I'll be delighted. But this career does have a shelf life, and I would much rather get a degree on the side, even if it does lead to the next 4 months being the worst 4 months of my life. I'm going to get the degree at the end of it, and then we'll be back to doing this full time. A Kobe code was leaked and not supposed to be out. One of the devs leaked on Twitter. All I'm going to say is that for these, you have to activate a code. 2K have to activate the code. Like, they don't just have a bank of codes that they don't activate. Or they don't just have a bank of codes that are all activated. You have to physically activate the code. And this happened, the reason why I don't, 2K, I'm not letting them off the hook, is that this happened before. This has happened before, and it happened with a Kevin Durant card, it happened with Karl Malone, it's happened for years, which is why 2K went back to their locker codes being like, a couple of things, and then dash, and then a couple of letters, and then dash, so that people couldn't guess. And then, all of a sudden, they stopped doing it for 1 day, and within 1 day of doing it, people have guessed all 3 codes. Like, that's what I mean, like, the fact that people were able to guess all 3 codes, and it's a mistake that's happened before. And also with the Kobe code, they should not have activated the code until, like, I get it was leaked, but the code should not have been activated until the card was in the database. The code should not be active. Just like if, for example, there's a code, I don't know if this necessarily has been a code. For example, thank you, Kobe. I don't think this has been a code. So yeah, thank you, Kobe. Imagine if there is a thank you, Kobe code later down the year for a different Kobe brand. That code obviously isn't activated. And I shouldn't be able to just type in and guess a code. The code should not be activated days, weeks, even hours in advance. The code should only be activated a couple of minutes before it goes live. Fair enough, it gets leaked a couple of minutes early, but it should not be activated before the card is on the system. And the fact that this has happened time and time again with 2K, and there was a reason, and they changed it, which was good. Now they're going right back to the thing. And there was a huge problem back a couple of years ago. I'm not letting them off the hook. If this was an isolated incident, if this was the first time, fair enough. This is not the first time it's happened. So 2K are not getting off the hook for this. How did I discover the floor general badges have to match to provide a boost? So I'm by no means the biggest expert at this game. I'm fairly good at this game. There are guys that will beat me by 20 most times we play. So basically, when I was just trying to get better at the game, and this is what I would always advise you guys to do when you're getting better at the game, and watch guys like Shump, Tyler Debo, Splash Edition, or New Edition Flash. To be fair, Splash is going to the league, so he'll be off soon. Watch these like elite players, and basically the tips that they give are going to be better than the tips that I give. Like, I'm relaying a bunch of information from what they've said to you guys. Like, there's a bunch of things that I'll say that I've picked up from them. So if you guys want to get better and learn firsthand from them, they are probably the best people to go through. And basically, I think it was Splash Edition was creating a team, and he said it in one of his streams basically that if you've got 2 players with gold floor general, so for example, Lance Stevenson is gold floor general, you need another card on the floor with gold floor general for Lance Stevenson to get any boost to floor general. So if he has gold, and for example Chauncey Billups is Hall of Fame, Lance Stevenson is not going to get a boost. But for example here, Ben Simmons is Hall of Fame, and so does Chauncey Billups. So that means that Chauncey Billups is going to get the boost from Hall of Fame, and so is Ben Simmons. Whereas if Chauncey Billups was gold, then Lance Stevenson would get a boost and Ben Simmons wouldn't, if you get me. So I think you have to have 2 players with matching up floor generals. I don't know how much truth there is, but people that know a lot more about this game than I do have said it, so I'm going to believe them. And last up, I have Chris Bosch PD that I don't use. When should I sell him? Monday, probably. Monday. The market crash will have completely finished. And actually, it all depends on who the All-Star Game MVP is. Because then we're probably going to get some cards next week, probably Wednesday. Oh, this is tough. This is really tough because I don't know when the market's going to stabilize. I'm not going to make a prediction because I have absolutely no idea when the market's going to stabilize. So, lads, do it whenever you feels good. Do it whenever you want. I'm not going to give any tips because there's a very good chance I'm going to be wrong. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Now let's get on to the game. Okay, so we are playing against Simmons, Jordan, T-Mac, Giannis, and AD. Great. This is not the matchup you want to come up against when you're 4-0. I'm convinced 4-0, 6-0, 10-0. They are the 3 toughest games. You get easy matchups in all the other games. 4-0, 6-0, 10-0. That's when it's tough. And he has got 2 opals. It's not great. And I'm actually, to be honest, more worried about Giannis and stuff than I am about his other players. But the thing is that we can play Rover. And we match up alright. Like, he's not going to blow us out. Well, he might blow us out. If he's better than me at the game, he will. But team-wise, there's maybe a 5-point, 10-point difference in teams. Shoot that. Come on. I get it, he can occasionally hit shots, but come on, I'm not worried. Good pass. Don't get quicker than that. Come on, Gasol. Good roll, and good dunk there by Gasol. Let's go. We're out of position because Gasol won't do anything. Gasol, what are you doing? We gotta pick and choose. Pick and choose who we leave open here. Good defense, Simmons. And we got hit with the board. Dive. Dive. Good job there. Here we go. Let's hold. And let's get it to billups. See the way he plays these screens. He's gonna let me go into the screen. And we find Gasol, who draws the foul. Let's go. Again, we accidentally were holding R2 when I was trying to fake up. You know what? It worked in our favor that time. And early on, that's a bad miss. Early on in this game, it's actually been Marc Gasol who's been doing a lot of scoring. Especially, well, to be fair, Billups is doing most of the facilitating. But even though I feel like I've played a few really good defensive possessions, we still don't have much of a lead. Shoot that one. Like, I know he can occasionally hit shots, but I can live with him shooting a 3 on every possession. Okay, that's his... No! Why am I triggering loads of weird animations here? We'll go right to the basket, easy layup. Let's go. Jab there by Billups. I don't know why I triggered a load of really weird animations there, which I should have been open way earlier. I just got a second body on him. Okay, he can actually hit that shot corner 3 a little bit consistently, so I can't leave him wide open. But he is 0 of 3 from 3 with Simmons, though. Toss it up, and easy layup for Gasol. There we go, 9-2 lead. We're actually doing a good job here with Billups on Simmons. Billups is doing a great job being with his second line of defense. And also the fact that I don't really mind leaving Simmons open for a shot. And that's not a good shot there by Giannis. This guy cannot time save his life. Turn the shot meter back on, lad. Turn it back on. And we go right down. After he can't hit with Simmons, we go in green with Simmons. Turn the shot meter back on, man. Jump. Would you not put your hands up in the air, Gasol? Like, you actually jumped up with him, but you decided... This isn't soccer. Like, you do not have to block shots with your head. You are supposed to use your hands. It's not only... it's encouraged in basketball. Okay, let's go. He's 6'8". He shouldn't be able to guide this. Easy for Gasol. Let's go. Corner. 3 ball. Green. Big shot. See if we can deny this one here. That's good. Just doesn't let him get an open shot off. Maybe it does. You are kidding me. Why did no one guard him? Okay, we just need to try see if he can make contact as little as possible. And 1. Good job. Because again, with the Clamps badge, if he makes any contact with his defensive player, I'm just stuck. I'm just completely stuck in my... So... We pretty much got to try get a little bit of space off those pick and rolls. Like, I don't even need to get much separation. I just need to get enough so that I'm running to the basket without him being out with my contact. I don't know what's wrong with my releases again. Still no green there. Bang, bang. Miles Turner, green. Good pass there by Giannis and good shot by Turner. Leads him up to 10. Got to give up that shot, which he sold. Let's go. Bang, bang. Bad release again. What? Like, I know that went in, but what is wrong with my releases here? And I'm completely selling my players that are normally auto greens for me with. Give it to Melo. Standing dunk, standing dunk, standing dunk. Don't blow the layup! Good block, Giannis. Catch the ball, lads! That's another bad animation. We have lost Literally, there was a 4-point swing there. We had a chance to make it a 14-point game, but we took a layup instead of a standing dunk, which I was trying to take. And also, we get the block, and Giannis just runs past the ball instead of getting the rebound. We actually have this mismatch here. Corner 3, please. Not a great release. Oh, come on. That's selling. That's just selling. You know what? We still have a 10-point lead. I'm not playing that well. We got a 10-point lead against a fantastic team, so we got to take positives where there's positives. Okay, hit this one. Not a great release. We got lucky. We got lucky right there. I'm going to actually give Terrence Davis a bit of a run out. Luckily, we always have that extra line of defense. Billups. I went for the steal and missed it. You know what? That's going to happen. That is going to happen. We need to keep a double-digit lead going into the fourth, though. He's late in this game. Late in games when I tend to crumble. Should have shot that. Definitely shooting this one, though. Green. Big shot there by Lance Stevenson. Pinch in. Good job, lads. Go get it. Go get it. Our ball, please. Let's go. Great defense there. That's the Simmons problem. That is the Simmons problem. Is that you can literally just play no defense on him. Is he in a zone? I think he is. Don't zone me up. Don't zone me up. This is now a 17-point game. He's going to pull for 3. Got to give him that. And he sold the release. Let's go. Turn your meter back on. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It helps. That's open. Green. That's 4 greens in a row, I think. I'm telling you. Turn your meter back on. Sol. Green. Let's go. How did... That wasn't even a pass to Gasol. He just threw the ball directly into Jordan's hands. Like, Gasol was the other side. He literally made a pass. Not even moving. He threw the ball directly into Jordan's hands. Sometimes I question whether a lot of things are predetermined in this game and then things like that happen. Oh, it's open. Oh, you cannot leave me open right now. It is auto green time right here. Again, I don't mind him going basket for basket right here. As long as he doesn't get 2 stops and 2 scores to end this half. Or to end this quarter. Other than that, we should be fine. Like, because he's playing high on these, I've always got this type of a look. Like, that's going to be on most times because of the way he's playing screens. And that's pretty much how I've gotten a lot of my points from lobs in this game. Just help in. Give him that. Or, you know what? I can live with it. I can live with it. Basket for basket. If we keep this... We can go 2 for 1 right here. And if we keep going basket for basket, we're going to have a 20-point lead going to the fourth. Corner 3. And that's a green for Gasol. Let's go. Marc Gasol with 22 points here. He's been killing it. I'm going to be throwing a lot of lobs here. Because if he keeps on to play high on screens, I can just keep refusing the screens. And the way players roll to the basket, it's going to be a lob. Well, the lob's going to be on almost all the time. We're there. The defense, Shaq. Let's go. He's just 70 speed ball. Just dunk that. Or take the layup. That'll do as well. Good job, Shaq. And crossover in front of me. Shaq is flagrant. Yeah. Let's go. Shaq making an impact anyway. Positive or negative, I'm not entirely sure. But he has just cleaned someone out of it right there. Billups in terms of scoring has not been exceptional. But he's done well with 6 assists. And he's gone over that one, has he? Oh, he's left him wide open. And just as I say that, Billups goes down and shoots a snatchback 3. Can Shaq hit the midi? Yes, he can. Shaquille O'Neal here with 8 points. Oh, that's his range. That is his range. Chauncey Billups from Hall of Fame Limitless. Knocks it down to make it a 16-point game again. So in the end, Marc Gasol had 22 points. Billups had 11. Shaq had 10 and was 5-9 from the field. Shaq was -4 though when he was on. Billups had 11 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, and was 4 of 5 from the field. Giannis had 9, Lance Stevenson at 7, Turner at 6, Turner at 7 as well, Waiters at 6, Simmons at 4, Jefferson had 3, Davis at 2, and the rest didn't score. So anyway, that is the video. I just got a message from the guy who I played in that game. It was actually the guy whose account that I used for the game against Afropig at the All-Stars. So again, big thank you to him for letting me use the account. And it is kind of crazy. Small community in Europe, you could come up against absolutely anybody, but yeah, sorry if you were going for 12-0 and you're watching this. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. A really good team right here. Billups is fantastic, and Shaq, I triggered some bad animations, but he's pretty damn good. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.